My name is Duddits. I've got a right cracker for you today. I usually do builds and stuff. Today we're going to be focusing on one grenade, the freezing Singularity. This applies void and stasis with the conductive cosmic needle coming in, where our arc and void abilities will do increased damage to targets afflicted by stasis debuffs. This one grenade is going to be an absolute catalyst for mega DPS. Void weakening 15% and also a stasis debuff on the way. Stay with me. This is what it does. The freezing Singularity, throw a mass of void energy and stasis matter on impact. This deploys a miniature black hole orbited by a slowing field. After a short duration, the black hole implodes, suppressing and dealing heavy damage to all nearby targets. So, with all the fancy words, it applies void and stasis and suppression. So this is basically what it does. Obviously we all know how it works by now. You just pop your transcendent super, lob one of these grenades, and you'll see he's void weakened and he's got a stasis debuff on there. And with that seasonal artifact coming in on Tuesday, the cosmetic needle, I'm just going to call it focusing lens, because that's basically what it is if you remember focusing lens for a couple of seasons ago. So, with the freezing Singularity, bang in the middle there, to the left with it, we've got a facet of courage, your arc, solar and void abilities, deal increased damage to targets afflicted by darkness debuff. Obviously the stasis part of the freezing Singularity is classed as a darkness debuff as it's stasis. That gives us 10% straight off the bat, and then to the right of that, if we go facet of dominance, your void grenades weaken targets and your arc grenades jolt targets. Now because freezing Singularity also applies void, stick facet of dominance on, and that will also apply a 15% debuff. So we're going to get a 15% debuff plus a 10% from facet of courage just from this grenade alone, but there's a bit more to come yet, a lot more to come. Conductive cosmic crystal or focusing lens, your arc abilities and void abilities and weapons with the dark ether origin trait do bonus damage to targets, and the boost version is increased bonus damage to combatants affected by a stasis debuff. So we don't know exactly how much this is going to be, but this could be 15 or 20%. I think it'll be 20%. So you've got the conductive cosmic needle on there, your facet of dominance, your weakening, brain freeze as well. Frozen combatants become surrounded by chilling fog, which slows combatants that are slowed. And then weapons with the dark ether reaper origin trait do more damage to frozen combatants. And then the supernova, picking up a void breach, causes your next source of void damage to create a weakening pulse. So basically with one grenade we've got a facet of dominance 10%, the weakening 15%. We're also going to have, let's just say, a 20% damage increase from the focusing lens or the cosmic crystal. And then we've also going to have the brain freeze on there. Obviously we're going to have some weapons that are going to be tasty for DPS with the dark ether trait as well. So basically you'll see again, I know it's the same clip, but he's weakened, stasis debuff on there. Your abilities, your arc and void abilities will all do extra damage. And then any DPS weapons that we may or may not get with the dark ether trait as well will all do extra damage. So basically this is what this video is about. This freezing Singularity is going to be a catalyst for some serious destruction, and I've got some clips to show you. Look at the state of that, absolutely humongous damage already. And again with the focusing needle, focusing lens, sorry, keep calling it the wrong thing. You can actually just apply it with stasis anyway, but obviously you lose the weakening, and we've got various different ways. Anyways, prismatic Warlock, Nova Bomb, this is where it gets interesting. Nova Bomb is by far the best DPS option on a Warlock in my opinion. It's been buffed quite a lot over the last couple of seasons, but we've actually got things in the game now that even further this damage with Spirit of the Star Eater, for example. This is just absolutely crazy with everything else that you've seen going on. Overcharge your super by collecting orbs to get even more increased damage on that Star Eater, and we all know Star Eater scales with Nova Bomb is just absolute carnage right now. And then the perfect pairing would be Spirit of the Osmiomancy, because your grenades recharge quicker on hits. Now it doesn't have to be Osmiomancy, Star Eater will probably be good enough, but Osmiomancy is just an added bonus. So I've just got some little clips to show you now of it sort of working together, and including some dungeon DPS, which I think could be absolutely key for day one clears. Nova Bomb with everything else you've seen going on with the Star Eaters could be absolutely crucial. So again, I'm going to stick this freezing Singularity down. That's going to apply the weakening and the stasis and whatever else is coming in, and it just absolutely destroys already. Just for like champs, GMs, just normal stuff really, it just absolutely wrecks already without the other extra buffs coming in. So it's super strong. And again, I was just sort of messing around. You'll notice I only had like Feast of Light times 2 times 3 in some of these clips, because I was just basically wanted to show you the sort of like loop, what you do in a DPS situation. Really strong. I actually went kamikaze in this for a clip just to show you. I actually went out like a pleb and just started running around, but it pulled off alright. But obviously for GM, stuff like that is going to be good. We've obviously got the Vespers Host dungeon coming out as well on the Friday after the DLC releases on the Tuesday. So just for DPS situations in dungeons, this will be absolutely key. Get that freezing Singularity on the target. This is going to apply the Stasis Debuff, the Void Weakening, your Facet of Courage, and anything else you've got going on. We'll have to see what other DPS weapons we've got with a Dark Effort trait. But again, this could be absolutely crucial in my opinion. And a Star Eater times 6 Nova Bomb with all this going on is just absolutely ridiculous. Now don't forget that Cosmic Needle or the Focusing Lens only works with your Arc and Void abilities. This is why I think Nova Bomb times 6 with everything else going on will just be absolutely massive. And if you got a couple of Warlocks in the dungeon, both with this going on, maybe like a Hunter as well, something like that, I think 2 Warlocks will actually be the key with this setup. I really do. Obviously I can't guarantee that, but just what I think Nova Bombs will be absolutely huge. Now, just want to show you, well, talk about a few like little tips really, more tips. You could run something like Revision 0. I recently did a video on this. Now this does really nice damage anyway, but the reason why I suggest running this with this type of build is because the amount of transcendent energy you get from Revision 0, it's just absolutely crazy. You get so much transcendent energy, therefore you're going to be able to use your freezing Singularity more often. Another thing that obviously I don't know exactly, but the Skull of Dire Ahamkara is actually getting buffed as well. They've stated that, they haven't actually said what it is, but this could be interesting as well. This could give you super energy on hits versus kills, which could be very interesting, so we'll have to see the TWAB. Yesterday I made a build for Titans with a similar sort of build with Stasis, but it was like a new Sympaceps build, not Consecration, it was using the Thunderclap. And just before I go, I just want to say an absolutely massive thank you for my 10,000 subscribers. I just hit that yesterday, this morning, overnight. I'm so thankful to everyone who's ever watched any of my videos or anything like that. It's absolutely huge. I never expected that when I first started, so thank you all very much. But that's the video. Let me know what you think. I hope you found this somewhat helpful. Food for thought. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.